We're going to move on to this next part here, which is kind of in at a massive rally of an estimated 1,000 people, Trump hinted at one candidate who could become his VP on a short list. Here's Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera.
Former President Trump is bullish about his prospects in New Jersey, even though it's not considered a battleground state. His team is pointing to the crowd of people on Saturday as a sign of his momentum in the Garden State. Wildwood's proximity to Philadelphia, only about 90 minutes away, also allowed the campers in what is considered a key swing state, Pennsylvania. North Dakota governor and former GOP presidential candidate Doug Bergham spoke before Trump, raising speculation that he could be on Trump's VP shortlist.
Doug Bergham and Catherine, who's been and you won't find anybody better than this gentleman in terms of his knowledge of, he made his money in tech, probably knows more about energy than anybody I know. So get ready for something, okay? Just get ready. But Doug Bergham has been incredible, and lucky to have him.
It's unclear what Trump is alluding to when he told the crowd to get ready. A campaign spokesperson telling Fox and Friends this when it comes to pick for our running mate.
The Republican National Convention is coming up soon, right? In a couple of months in July. I think President Trump has said that later this summer, and in true President Trump fashion, he will go directly to the American people to do that. Governor Bergham was with us last night. He's been a fantastic governor for his state. There's a lot of great options on the table. What I will say is that any one of them will be much better than Kamala Harris.
Trump claims Nikki Haley isn't among those options, though. The former president dismissed the chances of a Trump-Haley ticket on Truth Social over the weekend.
Thank you. Conch, you were there last night. Bergham came, he spoke, I think he said for about 15 minutes. Was he received like a vice presidential candidate?
Absolutely. He's a successful businessman just like Donald Trump, and there's no baggage there, and he has a great approval rating in North Dakota. Overall, it was amazing to see 1,000 people, according to the city of Wildwood, at this rally, and all of them congregated, and no one rioted. And no one looted, and there wasn't in the air. It was a happy environment, whether we're talking about the crowd, whether we're talking about Donald Trump, who relished the moment, that's certainly for sure.
Lisa, I was really impressed with him in the debates. I don't know that he won the debates, but he probably won the most ground in the debates, maybe because most of us didn't know who he was. But Trump talked about how he got. Do you think this is a VP thing, or maybe just an energy, just kind of piggybacking on Biden's weaknesses?
Look, Trump's going to pick, right?
Sure.
But look, Trump is such a force of nature on his own. I don't think he needs a vice president who's getting headlines and who's drawing attention. That having someone who's just steady, steady the core, someone that can win over maybe more moderate voters. In that instance, Doug Bergham could be a good pick because he is just steady. He's not inflammatory. He doesn't really, garner a lot of headlines. I don't really think Trump needs someone who does.
Doctor, real quick, when you look at those that were on that debate stage, Nikki Haley lasted the longest. It got pretty nasty there at the end, and she's going to go on the list. Madeline right there said not on the list. Does Trump need Nikki Haley on his team to win?
Does he need? No, but right now there is a battleground for Nikki Haley supporters. I mean, I think it was just in Indiana. She did get 22% of the votes, even though she's already dropped out. A large amount of votes up for grab right now. We see President Biden trying really hard to get them. I think he put out an ad that specifically said, Donald Trump done voted for Nikki Haley, or if you support Nikki Haley. So, I don't like that, but I do think Bergham would be a very good option for people who Nikki Haley supporters, because as Lisa pointed out, and you pointed out, he has a lot of innovative ideas, especially when it comes to energy, especially in his business mindset, himself up for a place in the administration. He's not going to run for a third term, and I think he'd be a good.
Well, I'll tell you,
just real quick. Sorry, a lot of the haze being made about Nikki Haley, but when you look at Indiana, you look at New Hampshire, you look at South Carolina, we're talking about open primary or semi-primary states. Voters even vote for Nikki Haley if she was on the ticket in 2024.
We'll continue this discussion for weeks to come until we get a VP.
Hey, Sean Hanna here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis